Black Myth, Wukong, a video game inspired by Journey to the West, is not just a phenomenon in the gaming world, but also a symbol of the powerful rise of Chinese culture globally. From dominating sales revenue to encouraging Western players to learn Chinese, this game has demonstrated the strength of Chinese culture in the global entertainment industry. Impressive statistics and global standing. According to forecasts from game data analysis websites, Black Myth, Wukong has generated approximately $8.7 million in its initial phase, with total revenue potentially reaching $400 million, equivalent to about 2.8 billion yuan. This is an unimaginable figure for a Chinese-produced video game, especially in the single-player genre. This success marks a historic event in the video game industry, making Black Myth, Wukong the highest-grossing game produced in China. Not only has it created a frenzy domestically, but the game has also attracted a large international player base, particularly in Europe and the United States. Many young gamers have started learning Chinese to better understand the game's strategy and storyline, thereby contributing to the global spread of Chinese culture. Black Myth, Wukong has made fairy tales like Journey to the West more accessible to international players, enhancing awareness and interest in Chinese culture. The resurgence of Chinese culture in the gaming world. For decades, video games from the US, Japan, and South Korea have dominated the Chinese market. Names like The Legend of Mir, Counter-Strike, World of Warcraft from the US, or Three Kingdoms have become an integral part of the entertainment life of many generations of Chinese people. Particularly Japan, with the game Three Kingdoms, has succeeded by using Chinese historical settings, such as the Three Kingdoms period, to produce games, thereby not only earning significant profits, but also exporting its culture to China and many other countries. In this context, the emergence of a game like Black Myth, Wukong is not just a breath of fresh air, but also a testament to the rise of Chinese culture in the gaming industry. Instead of importing culture from other countries, China has begun confidently exporting its culture through high-quality entertainment products. Black Myth, Wukong, and the excellence of Chinese AAA games. To achieve this success, Black Myth, Wukong has been meticulously invested in both technical and creative aspects. It is an AAA game, meaning it has high development costs, long production cycles, requires many resources, and is of high quality. Stunning graphics, advanced 3D technology, and a deep storyline have helped this game score points with players and critics alike. Additionally, the game strongly reflects traditional Chinese culture by recreating historical landscapes and images from Journey to the West. An important factor contributing to Black Myth, Wukong's success is the use of real historical locations in China as the game's foundation. More than half of the scenes in the game are inspired by famous historical sites, such as the Buddha Light Temple and the Jade Emperor Temple in Shaanxi, China. This not only makes the game more realistic, but also contributes to promoting Chinese tourism and culture to the international community. Breaking the dominance of Europe and America. Before its release, Black Myth Wukong topped the sales charts in 23 out of 30 regions on the Steam platform. Upon launch, the game quickly broke the long-standing dominance of AAA games from Europe and America. The prestigious gaming magazine IGN did not hesitate to rate this game with nearly perfect scores, while Metacritic recorded a score of 81,100 from 60 international review organizations, including 45 positive reviews. According to statistics, Black Myth, Wukong has sold over 3 million copies on Steam and a total of more than 4.5 million copies on other platforms, generating total revenue of over 1.5 billion yuan. This is clear evidence of the development of the Chinese gaming industry, marking a significant step in enhancing cultural soft power. The success of Black Myth: Wukong lies not only in its revenue, but also in its ability to effectively convey culture. This game has helped Chinese culture reach many players worldwide, creating a connection between players and Chinese fairy tales. The popularity of Black Myth: Wukong also confirms that China can and will continue to produce high-quality video games with a strong cultural identity. Just as Disney and American blockbuster movies have helped spread American culture worldwide, Black Myth: Wukong is opening a new path for Chinese culture to win the hearts of global players. With a history of 5,000 years, China has many stories to tell, and these themes can be fully exploited to create high-quality game works in the future. The important thing is to ensure that these stories are not only captivating but also reflect the true and profound culture and spirit of the Chinese nation. Additionally, Steam reached a record number of players thanks to the Black Myth: Wukong craze. The record for the number of concurrent players on the Steam platform was broken with over 37 million active accounts simultaneously on August 25th. According to confirmation from Steam, the number of 37,242,724 active accounts simultaneously on August 25th officially became the new record for the number of concurrent players on this game distribution platform. The new record also reflects a strong increase in the number of concurrent users since the beginning of 2024 on Steam. Previously, Steam also reached 36 million concurrent users in March and 37 million in June. However, setting a new record at the end of summer is considered a rare case, as this is not the peak time of the year for gamers. The PC Gamer website attributes the major contribution to this record to the appeal of the game Black Myth: Wukong. Specifically, according to SteamDB, just 24 hours after its release, there were over 2.2 million concurrent players in the game. This achievement also makes Black Myth: Wukong the most successful single-player game, and currently second only to PUBG in terms of the number of concurrent players of all time. Besides the impressive player rate, Black Myth: Wukong is also one of the best-selling games of all time, officially reaching 10 million copies sold in just the first 3 days, surpassing Western blockbusters like Elden Ring and Hogwarts Legacy in the same period. PC Gamer notes that these numbers clearly reflect the importance of China for Steam's future growth. There is no doubt that player records on Steam will be driven by new Chinese blockbusters in the future. The game about Sun Wukong creates a tourism boom in China. Shanxi province suddenly became a hot tourist destination after the game Black Myth: Wukong was released. Chinese media reported that the game Black Myth: Wukong created a tourism boom in Shanxi province, a place that has never been a tourist hotspot. Of the 36 locations chosen by the producers as the game's setting, 27 are in Shanxi, a northern Chinese province about 500 kilometers from Beijing. Trip.com recorded a 10% increase in searches for Shanxi on August 20th, the game's release date, compared to the previous day. Searches for real-life locations like Datong and Shuzhou increased by 20%. Ticket bookings for the Xiaoxian Temple scenic spot increased by 236% compared to the same period last year. Data from the online travel platform Tuniu shows that the number of visitors to Shanxi in August increased by 50% compared to July, and room bookings doubled. The Shanxi Provincial Tourism Bureau has launched a tourism promotion campaign, Travel with Wukong in Shanxi, providing tours that allow players to see the real-life locations of the game. The management of Xiaoxian Temple will also include game-related content on the temple's website. On Weibo, the hashtag tourists call for Shanxi to be ready for the huge influx of money also reached 110 million views, implying that Shanxi needs to be well prepared as a large number of tourists are expected to visit after playing Black Myth: Wukong. Shanxi is not the only province benefiting. The game has created a cultural tourism boom across China. In Zhejiang, the Yunzhong Daji Scenic Area has introduced an initiative allowing players who complete Chapter 4 to enter for free. The Lingyan Temple in Shandong Province also offers lifetime free admission to those who complete Chapter 3. Huaguo Mountain, the hometown of Sun Wukong, also invites players who have completed the game to visit for free. The only competitor comparable to Black Myth, Wukong in terms of sales speed, is Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, with the same 10 million copies sold in 3 days. This is also the best-selling game of all time for Nintendo, with over 20 million copies sold worldwide. To date, the record for the fastest game sales belongs to Palworld, with nearly 19 million players in 2 weeks. This is also the milestone that game science hopes to achieve as Western gamers begin to engage more with the game. Based on Steam data, most Black Myth Wukong players currently come from its home country, China.